You guys back again. Today, we're just going to talk about the put option. So, essentially, some people want to think of it as just the opposite of the call. It's called the put. I don't know why it's called the put. Historical reasons, it's just the way it is. Puts protect you if the market goes down. So, here's the formal definition, right? It gives the holder the right, but not the obligation, to sell an underlying asset. In our case, it's going to be a stock at a strike price within a specified period of time. Again, Kevin writes why. This is usually the two main reasons. There's always more, right? I'm worried my portfolio will go down and I'm buying insurance, right? This is the same, think of this as the same thing as car insurance or, wedding ring insurance or home insurance, whatever the case is, right? You almost rarely need insurance, but you have it. Why? For those major just in case issues. And there's insurance companies which sell you the insurance, right? Those are called put writers, right? So we'll get to that in a little bit. But anyways, right, you can think of buying a put as insurance. The other thing is, I bet this stock will go down and I want a reward with a defined risk. Okay, no problem. So what do I mean by all of this? Let's go through an example. Okay, this is always the easiest way. Let's say today you own 100 shares of SPY, right? At 436.97, right? It was the same number we used above, just flipping it. And you want to protect this from falling, right? You might be okay with losing a couple $100 or $1,000 or whatever the case is, but people start sweating when they start losing too much of their portfolio. This is why put options exist, really in the first place. So what you can do is you can buy an SPY put option. Again, I'm just using SPY as an example. You could use this on Tesla or Facebook or Microsoft or whoever you want. And the price is going to be $4.56. Again, remember that's always times 100. Okay, so it's going to be $456. The strike is 435. That basically means, hey, my price is at 436 today. If it goes below 435 here, I want the insurance to start kicking in. Okay? And you have until 7/1/23, right? So we have about a month out, right? Today is still 6/20/23, right? So I got a month. So I'm worried that the market's coming down and I want to buy some insurance. And the break even, again, is just the strike minus how much you paid for your insurance, right? The put, and it's 430.44. So the benefit is, right, as you can see in the graph, if I'm at 436.97, I can lose for a little bit, right? I'm actually losing, right, until this break even point. I'm only losing until the strike here, but again, I paid 456 bucks here. So, I'm essentially eating that insurance premium, right? Think of it as like a deductible, like I'm paying $1,000, for my health insurance each year. But if out of nowhere I snap my left arm in a million places and it's, $40,000, it's like, well, I'm glad I paid that $1,000 for my health insurance because I didn't have 40 grand. That's exactly the same thing that's happening here. So you start evening out after this point, and actually you start profiting, right? So this gives you the right to sell. So let's go through like what that means, right? So let's say it goes all the way below 435. What happens is, let's say the market, right? Let's say it ends. When I say the market, I mean SPY. You'll hear me use that interchangeably. Let's say on 7/21, right? So on 7/21/23, SPY ends at like 425. Okay. What happens is you had an insurance contract, right? That at 435, it kicks in. So you get the right to sell 100 shares at that price, right? So you get the right to sell at 43,500, right? Because again, it's 100 shares. But the market is worth 425 right now for 100 shares, right? So this is 425.00. So essentially, you're pocketing this difference, right? You got a bunch of zeros here and you got a one here. That's super nice. You essentially just benefited $1,000 and you didn't lose any money, right? So you made $1,000 and you protected your shares. So you have the right to sell at 435, even though the market's at 425, and somehow you made $1,000. I don't want to say somehow, right? This is how it works. You made $1,000, which is nice considering the market just fell 10 points, right? So the market went down 10 points. You hear me use points or dollars or whatever the case is, right? But you went up 1 point, right? That's a great benefit. You just saved yourself $1,000, or you just saved yourself $1,000, and you made yourself $1,000, and you saved yourself running down 10 points. Hope this was informative. We'll get into some, again, more of the what I would deem the cooler, or what I'd call a credit spread, um, coming up. Thanks, guys. Bye bye.